Hey guys, welcome back to Craving Mindz. It's the holidays for many children around the world. So, enhancing their vocabulary and knowledge through moral stories is a good idea. Today's story is an Aesop's fable, which originated in Greece and is every kid's favorite. This story has been passed down from generation to generation by word of mouth. We all know the usual story, but today we have added a new version to it. So don't skip any part and watch till the end. We also have something for the science lovers out there, and we also have the new vocabulary with the meanings. So let's begin. The Hare and the Tortoise, an Aesop's fable. Once upon a time, there lived a hare and a tortoise. The hare could run fast, and he was very proud of his speed, while the tortoise was slow and consistent. One day, the tortoise came to meet the hare. The tortoise was walking very slowly as usual. The hare looked at him and laughed. The tortoise asked, "What happened?" The hare replied,
You walk so slowly. How can you survive like this?
The tortoise listened to everything and felt humiliated by the hare's words. The tortoise replied, "Hey friend, you are very proud of your speed. Let's have a race and see who is faster." The hare was surprised by the challenge of the tortoise, but he accepted the challenge as he thought that it would be a cakewalk for him. So, the tortoise and the hare started the race the next morning. The hare was, as usual, very fast and reached far away, while the tortoise was left behind. After a while, the hare looked behind. He said to himself,
The slow tortoise will take ages to come near me. I should rest a bit.
The hare was tired from running fast. The sun was extremely hot too. He ate some grass and decided to take a nap. He said to himself,
I'm confident I can win even if the tortoise passes by me. I should rest a bit.
With that thought, he slept and lost track of time. Meanwhile, the slow and steady tortoise kept on moving. Although he was tired, he didn't rest. Sometime later, he passed by the hare when he was still sleeping. The hare, meanwhile, unaware of all this, continued sleeping soundly. The hare suddenly woke up after sleeping for a long time. He saw that the tortoise was about to cross the finishing line. He started running very fast with full energy. But it was too late. The slow tortoise had already touched the finishing line. He had won the race. The hare was disappointed with himself, while the tortoise was happy that he won the race even with the slow pace. He could not believe his eyes. He was shocked by the end result. At last, the tortoise asked the hare, "Now who is faster?" The hare had learned his lesson. He could not utter a word. The tortoise bid goodbye to the hare and left the place calmly and happily. This is the usual story that each and every one of us know. But according to some newer versions, the story doesn't end here, it continues. Let's see. The hare was disappointed at losing the race and did some deep thinking. He realized that he had lost the race only because he was overconfident, careless, and lax. If he had not taken things for granted, there was no way the tortoise could have beaten him. So, The next day, he went to the tortoise and challenged him for another race. The tortoise agreed happily. This time, the hare couldn't take any chances. He went all out and ran without stopping from start to finish. And so, he won by several miles this time. A few extensions of the new version, which I haven't added being a science enthusiast. The tortoise, after being beaten by the hare, thought about a new plan to beat the hare by changing the route through which they ran, which included a river that they had to cross in between. The hare ran till the river, then stopped there. The finishing line was across the river. The tortoise swam across and won the race. But the story didn't end there. By this time, the hare and the tortoise had become good friends, and they decided to race one last time again, but to work as a team this time. So first, the hare ran till the riverbank with the tortoise on his back. Then the tortoise took over and swam across the river with the hare on his back. On the opposite bank, the hare carried the tortoise and they could finish the race together and much faster. So they felt more satisfied than ever before. Can this be possible? Let's do a fact check. Fact check. Tortoises cannot swim. At most, they can float and drift, and if they're lucky, they'll bump into land. Some species of tortoises can swim poorly, but most will simply sink and drown. It is the turtle that can swim, and both of them are different. Why can turtles swim but tortoises can't? Turtles have flippers with just a couple of claws. The flippers help propel them in water. Tortoises, on the other hand, have bent legs with clawed toes. They look more like stumpy elephant feet. These limbs are much more suited for land travel than water. Another big factor in swimming ability is shell shape and weight. Turtles have a flattened, lighter, streamlined shell made for slippery sea travel. By comparison, the tortoise has a heavy, domed shell that prevents safe water travel. They may be found near water or even getting a drink or taking a quick bath, but they are not aquatic reptiles and they do not swim. Moral of the story. From the first part of the story, slow and steady wins the race. Even if you are slow, your consistency and steadiness will let you win in any situation. Never give up, always keep going. Don't be overconfident. Never underestimate anyone's capabilities. From the second part of the story, failure of one time is not a failure of always, provided one should take the lesson and correct the mistakes. It's good to be slow and steady, but it's even better to be fast and reliable. By narrating moral stories to your kids, you will both impart wisdom to them and be able to spend some much needed quality time with them. So, sharing a pleasant time with your family and gaining wisdom and knowledge can be accomplished in a single go. Hope you like both the versions of today's story. If you liked the video, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to support us. Till next time, it's me, signing off.